Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Rise and shine. I hope you guys are doing good. And a couple stories that I wanted to touch on and update this morning. The jet ski incident where somebody was hit and run. Apparently, these people were illegal in this country. The woman, 18 years old, was killed. Ava Moore. She served in I think the Air Force. Completed her first year in the Air Force. Crazy story. They're calling for the governor of Texas, calling for the death penalty. And then also we have the New Orleans. We got to cover up the New Orleans update, the jail escape inmates. There's 2 left. And Antoine's sister got arrested. And we'll talk about all the people that got caught up in this situation too. 13 people. How 13 people allegedly helped New Orleans escaped inmates both before and after the brazen breakout. Oh my, oh my. And then we'll talk about the ex-cop as well, the ex-cop that escaped. Grant Hardin, he's still on the loose. I think it was Arkansas. This guy escaped. Now they're saying supposedly some officer just let him walk. So I don't know, was that intentional? Did he have help? So we're going to talk about all those cases this morning. I figured to wrap it up all in one because Lord knows what else is going to come today, so we can wrap up. And there's another story that I'm taking a bit of interest in. I won't say right now what, but I have mentioned it before. I think we might cover it later today. An interesting, depraved story. Society, disgusting. So let's start out. Let's take a look at this story here first. Good morning. If you guys could help me out with the like button, I'd appreciate that. Little like. I don't know if we got notifications. I know we got a 30-minute notification. The first story is the jet ski hit and run. This happened in Texas. The lady that was killed, Ava Moore, 18 years old. Let me see where the picture's at. 18 years old, man. That's crazy, dude. 18 years old. 2 suspects arrested. Wow. That's just sick. It's crazy, man. So this happened on Sunday, May 25th. Again, this whole holiday thing, a holiday weekend. People are, for some reason, are wiling out like it's the last day to live. You know what I'm saying? People, mass shootings, explosions. I think there was like multiple mass shootings. So what else happened over the week? All kinds of crazy stuff. And people are acting a fool. I get having fun. I get getting lit. Oh, we're going to have a good time, whatever. These people are killing people. You can't even have a barbecue grill. You can't go to a funeral. You can't go shopping at the grocery store. These people are shooting people up, killing indiscriminately. And as the mayor was saying yesterday, just heinous, no regard for human life, no decency. The mayor that snapped yesterday. So let's take a look at this video here.
Box. I'm your host, Christina Evans. We now want to shift gears, showing you a live look there in Dallas. Of course, shifting gears to a story that came from over the weekend just outside of Dallas, Texas. Officials say that an 18-year-old woman named Ava Moore was kayaking on a nearby Grapevine Lake there on Sunday. She was killed when a jet ski hit and run. The driver of the jet ski fled the scene with a male, and a search ensued. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton later announced that those 2 suspects were arrested, and we're now learning much more about who they are. I want to now turn our attention to Fox 4 Dallas reporter David Centendry. He's standing by to give us all of the details and the latest. David, thanks so much for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. Just break down the very latest, some of those details that are just now coming out.
Yeah, thanks, Christina. Well, just within the past hour, we obtained an arrest warrant affidavit for 2 suspects. And the person who was driving that jet ski apparently was operating it at a very high rate of speed around swimmers and kayakers. And we've learned that Ava Moore, who was on her kayak, was actually trying to get away from that jet ski just because it appears it was being reckless on the lake. Then she was struck from behind. The operator of that jet ski actually got away, but not before.
Leave the scene, run. And while on the run, you get into an accident with 2 other cars. You're a danger to society. You're a menace to society.
So Gonzalez is facing several charges, the most significant being manslaughter. Texas game wardens, who are the lead on this investigation, plan to have a press conference tomorrow morning where we are expected to hear more information about what led to this arrest and some possible new charges.
So I'm wondering if they're going to have that press conference. They're talking about today, I think, this morning, even more. Maybe at some point today they'll have a press conference on that. Yeah, I guess today. That's just sick, man, to leave somebody like that. I mean, I guess you have no remorse, no feelings, nothing. 4 to 4 minutes. Game wardens, police give updates on fatal crash.
Christina.
And David, of course, such a sad story. I have to ask you before I let you go, have we heard from Ava's family at all? Have they spoken out in the midst of any of this?
So her family has released a brief statement, just, thanking people for their prayers. Actually even said that they are giving out some prayers to everyone involved, that also being the suspects. So you don't always see that. We did have an opportunity yesterday to interview one of Ava's former basketball coaches, who said she was just a shining star. She expected her to really climb the ranks in the military once she officially got in, and just had nothing but positive things to say about her.
Again, there with Fox 4 in Dallas, giving us an update on this very sad story, David Santangeli. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, wanted to bring that to you here on Live Now from Fox. And just to wrap up what we've heard and learned there in this story, I want to put this up on the screen as well.
We just spotted it right now. This is right off of 151, close to Penn. I'm not sure if anybody's actually in this vehicle right now.
They're having flash floods in Texas. This is happening right now.
You do not cross the road.
I don't know if anybody's in this car.
That's this is a lot of water. I believe this is Calabar Creek actually causing all this flooding. But yeah, we're above it. We're keeping our eyes on it. I haven't seen any movement yet or any response from police or paramedics, so I don't know if it's active.
Don't look like anybody's inside, but you can't.
There.
What?
Someone is in there.
Oh shit!
This is a bad situation.
Oh,
this is breaking news.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna pivot. We'll come back to this later.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow. There's somebody in there. What the fuck? All right, we're gonna pivot this morning's live, I guess.
Excuse me, Brad, what did you say? I'll have to check, but it looks like we have a backup over here. This has got to be, let's see, Luke 410, and I'm not sure if
maybe they can get some help out there.
Let's see. Military. 410 and military.
I think we'll pivot for this morning. We'll get the other stories later. Let's just maybe we'll switch up lives. Let's do that. I'm going to transfer you guys, okay? Let me drop the link in the chat in case.